Alright y'all, as you can see from the title of the video, it has happened. Bitcoin has hit $50,000 and now it's showing signs of being above $50,000. Now I remember a time when I told my wife via a Logan Paul, oddly enough, a Logan Paul podcast, that someone who knew everything about Bitcoin, I apologize, I forgot his name, but he said Bitcoin this year would go to 100K. Today, we're halfway to that mark of 100K. This is crazy. I remember back in the day when people told me about it in high school. I know many of you who may be watching have a lot of stories about the early Bitcoin rise. I thought it was just like kind of sketch, but turns out it's actually real. If you're not invested in Bitcoin, if you still want to get in on the action, my dog wants to get in on the action. If you're not in on it, but you still are wondering how you can do it, as I always tell people, Bitcoin is not your only choice. And of course, there's other cryptos as well. But there are stocks that you can play that correlate directly to Bitcoin. So with that being said, today I want to talk about the stock RIOT. My name is Will, here with the A1 trading team, and let's break this down. I want to talk to y'all about RIOT. Okay, so supporting the Bitcoin opportunity. RIOT Blockchain Incorporated focuses on Bitcoin mining, supporting the Bitcoin blockchain by participating in Bitcoin's conscience system through proof of work mining, racing to find the next block and building upon the chain. We aim to be one of the largest and lowest cost producers of Bitcoin in North America. Now, granted, I'm not going to get into blockchain or any of that because that's still something I can't even wrap my head around. But what I can wrap around from just reading that to you all is that pretty much RIOT buys Bitcoin, right? So the more that Bitcoin rises, the better that the company RIOT, alongside with other Bitcoin mining companies, will do. So with that being said, that is a stock that correlates directly to how Bitcoin moves. Now, let's not also forget that Tesla just bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, which is now on their balance sheet. That is a huge, huge dice roll. So that should also tell us something about, you know, Bitcoin. Even though it's not like a tangible asset in the future, it just may be. And I find it really, really interesting that Tesla is the first company to really go public about making such a big splash in buying Bitcoin. Now, PayPal also offers Bitcoin as to where you can pay someone in Bitcoin, you can receive Bitcoin, of course, Coinbase and things such as that. But I think we're going to continue to see the adoption of more companies getting their hands into some Bitcoin, because it's obvious that, well, one day it may be like our currency. We don't know that, but I do know that one day, in my opinion, that the dollar will no longer be here and that hopefully there will be a worldwide currency. That's my only reason why I can see that Bitcoin has so much into it and why also it's being so adopted. Now, back in the day, I was telling my friends alongside with my wife that RIOT is at $7 a share. I heard about it and it correlates directly to Bitcoin. Bitcoin was a little lower at the time. I forgot the price that it was at, but at that time I did not pull the trigger. And you know, I don't know why I didn't, but I do know that there's always an opportunity that is always waiting. That's why I kind of stopped regretting, like, okay, I missed it, like, oh, I have FOMO, because I do know every single day that an opportunity will present themselves. So, of course, with that being said, with what I said about RIOT, of course, do your due diligence, but what I do know for now is that it is a Bitcoin mining company that buys Bitcoin in bulk. And there are other companies that do the same thing. So definitely RIOT is not the only player in town, but that is one that, you know, has been on my radar and on my table for a long time now. And if Bitcoin is really going to 100,000, like that one person said in a Logan Paul podcast, I can't even imagine the price that RIOT alongside with other Bitcoin mining companies will be at. I'll have to link that podcast down below, but it's really interesting stuff about, it's really about like the origin of Bitcoin, the current event of what's happening with Bitcoin, and really about the future. They kind of go really into depth about it. And what I do know know is that Bitcoin is definitely here to stay and it's not going anywhere. So something to think about when you're investing, like think about other ways you can allocate your money instead of also being in like the market. But just like for me, I feel more comfortable with stocks than I do with Bitcoin or like crypto. I am not invested really into any crypto, but I do love stocks and I do understand stocks like a lot more. That's just me though. So for me, for RIOT at $62, now because you have to think, if you say I'm going to invest in RIOT or other Bitcoin mining companies, basically you're taking a investment into Bitcoin, right? Because they correlate side by side. But the thing about it is that you're finding these Bitcoin mining companies at such a cheaper price. So your money can go a lot further investing in those instead of sticking it into Bitcoin. At least it seems. I'm not going to say that's like 100% guaranteed, but from how the price action of RIOT and other Bitcoin mining companies such as Mara has been going, it seems to be that way. So definitely check that out, y'all. I think crypto is really going to be booming this year from what it's already doing. Let me know if y'all have any questions about RIOT or any other Bitcoin mining companies, and let me know if you're already invested in companies such as RIOT or other Bitcoin mining companies. I hope you all enjoyed this video. It was super informative. I'll be sure to let you all know if I see other stocks that are currently on the rise that some people may not be talking about, because as we all know, that is the best time that we want to get in before, you know, kind of like everyone knows about this stock and it's like, you know, the talk of the town per se. Be sure to like this video if you found it informative, and be sure to subscribe to A1 Trading Team for more stock talk. We also have a Discord that you can join totally for free. We also have a paid premium membership, like if you're interested, that you can also join. It's super affordable, where we give like the trades that we're taking, stocks that we're looking at in real time before it like comes out on the channel. So be sure to check that out as well if that interests you. And yeah, that's all I got for y'all, and I'm looking forward to seeing y'all in the next video.